guys? It's me from Team Tech here, back again with another video. This time we have something new in the building. We have the Skullcandy Crusher Evo. That's right. I didn't compare, but I just went over how amazing and great the Sony WH-XB900N are with their bass, extra bass. But now we have the haptic sensory bass personalized audio Skullcandy Crusher Evos. These have personal sound audio, which means the headphones listen to the signals that are coming in from your ear and fine tunes the sound waves and frequencies to just how your ears hear sound to make it the best sound for your own ears. High-tech stuff here, guys. Pretty cool stuff. Will it make a difference? I don't know. Most reviewers have said it has, so we'll see. It has up to 40 hours of battery life. No noise cancelling on here either, but these are pretty much like the Skull Crusher ANCs from what I've seen on other reviews, without the ANC, and with higher volume apparently, and with better sensory bass, and that better personalized audio. And it's got tile built in, which means you'll be able to find your headphones if you ever lose them to their last known location. You do need the Skullcandy app to fine-tune your sound with the personal audio, and it has other EQs such as movie mode, music mode, and podcast mode, which I will go over in a little bit in this video. I'm pretty excited about these. They're only 200 bucks. I got them for like 160 because I had some Amazon rewards and yeah, and leftover credit. So let's unbox this, shall we? Alright. Unboxing this bad boy. Wish I had that giant knife like that dude from Just Doing Life or Flossie Carter. CTs, world CTs. Folds open. Alright, see that? Feel the bass, tuned just for you. The world's best bass. Patent adjustable sensory bass delivers music you can actually feel. It shows you the frequency waves, optimal compensation, left ear, right ear. 3-minute test, audio test, create a personal sound for you. Hear what you've been missing. So that's pretty cool introduction to what we're gonna get. And let's cool. Alright. So we have press and hold power button 4 seconds into pairing mode. Yada yada. That's what the bag looks like. It's a pretty nice bag actually. It's a really nice bag. I like this. We gotta unfasten this little seatbelt thing here. And voila. I like that. That's cool. Alright, so here they are. Skullcandy Crusher Evos. I like this leather up here. This little padding right here looks like it's made to fit this little gap. It's made to fit your little forehead or your head if you got a big one, a little one. I like the feeling of these, man. Right off the bat, I can tell the ear cups are a lot smaller than the Sony's. But the memory foam on here is pretty good. It feels like it'd be comfortable. I like the feeling of it. You do have physical buttons, which is missed. You do have audio jack here, USB-C charger. This is where you would turn up the bass. It's right here. I believe this is volume up and volume down, which is also for skipping and rewinding tracks. I believe this is your press play button, and I'm assuming how you activate your voice assistant. I like this. It seems comfortable. Now up top over here, it does feel like a carpet. Not sure how I feel about that, but it's okay. Looks like it's already 30 and whatnot. But I like these. They're pretty nice. Pretty nice feeling headphones. What else do we get in the box? We get, I believe, I'm assuming the USB charger. And I think I just broke you. And in here you have your USB-C charger and your USB-C and your audio jack wires. So, with that being said, us set up the app and let's get this test going. Alright, so here we have the Skullcandy app, and here you can see the headphones are connected. We're at 61% battery. We have music mode, movie mode, podcast mode. No difference between music and movie mode. Podcast mode, there's a difference. The vocals are more emphasized and everything else seems to be turned down, which is pretty cool. Settings, you have register my headphones, user guide, yada yada. Personalized audio, this is where you would push the add button and have you listen to frequencies. So create your own sound profile, go through there, turn on your headphones, name your profile, whatever, call it LOL, haha, yeah, don't mind me. And then go from there. I don't know what happened. Alright, there's a glitch. Hold on. Alright, they don't ask me if you hear some sounds, and then you hit yes and no. I'm not going to go through the whole process with you guys. It's kind of long, so I'm just going to exit out, and that's that. That is the app. That is the Skullcandy app. That's really all there is to it, so let's check out the Sonys in case you guys forgot what those look like. Alright, here are the Sonys in case you guys forgot what these look like. They're a nice matte black finish. Feels a little cheap on the ear cups compared to the XM models, but you get what you pay for. They are cheaper for a reason. You have your nice little band here, nice cushioning up here on the top. Nice memory foam pads on here. They're better than the XM2s and 3s. So I believe they have them on the 4s now. But it's a nice little design. Still have the features. You put one hand on the ear cup, it cancels out your music and lets you hear the people are talking to you. Once you remove your hand, the music resumes. You have your USB-C at the bottom, audio jack, power button, custom button to customize to Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, or turn off your ambient sound, quiet Alexa, and to turn on ambient sound, noise canceling. So that's what that does. And then you have your little microphones here that pick up your noise canceling. So you do have ANC on and you're rubbing this microphone part right here. You will hear a lot of static and it's very annoying. So these are the Sony WH-XB900Ns in case you forgot what these were. Now let's go into the sound quality test. It's a quick little tidbit. I did have to re-record this video. That's why I don't have facial hair, because compared to the first clip and now, I'm re-recording because I got hit with copyright because I was showing you guys how the music sounds with current up-to-date music, but now I have to do copyright-free music so that way I don't get blocked and I can actually upload this video and have it play. So it's a quick little tidbit, side note. So let's get into the audio test with some copyright-free music. Royalty-free hip-hop beat. So don't block me, YouTube. See? Royalty-free hip-hop beats. Now for you guys to listen to it. So here we go. I got the bass at halfway on the slider and we're about at 70% volume. Not bad, right? Bass is popping. You can't tell if there's vocals and how clear they are because I gotta find something that's copyright free. So let's try the Sonys. Alright, now here are the Sonys. Alright, so that's hip hop. I'm gonna try to find some royalty free country music now so you guys can hear what that sounds like. So this is a country instrumental type thing. No vocals because I can't find any of that with copyright stuff. So here we go. It's not too bad. Let's try it with the Skullcandys. Alright, so we got the Skullcandys on and the bass is knocking the Sonys out of the park because that's what it's built for, a sensory bass. Crazy, right? Alright, I'm gonna try to find some copyright-free rock music. Alright, so we got the Skullcandys on still. We got some copyright-free rock music. I had Linkin Park for y'all in the last video, but that's blocked. I had Drake, that got blocked. I had Zach Brown Band, that got blocked. So, here's some rock. I kept it on a little longer to start some vocals in here. As you can tell, they're kind of clear. They're clear, actually. Not kind of clear. They are clear. So now let's try the Sonys. Alright, I got the Sonys on. And God, okay. These headphones are telling me Google Assistant. Alright, so I got the Sonys on. And I couldn't tell it sounds a lot flatter. And not as fun and bright as Skullcandy's because I have the personalized sound on. So, have a listen. Much would have preferred if I had Linkin Park playing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I have chill jazz music on, so have a listen to this. I'm gonna crank this up to about 80%. So, nice little smooth jazz. Sounds nice in the Sonys. Skullcandy's back on. Gotta play the same jazz music, see how it sounds. Turn it up a little bit. Yeah, the Skullcandy's at 50% between the two, Skullcandy and Sony. Skullcandy has weak volume. Not as weak as the Solo Pros, but the volume's still pretty weak. When I was at the gym with it last night, I had to crank it to like 85% to block out noise. With the Sonys, 55, 60% block out noise completely, especially with the active noise canceling on, even though it's not as strong as the XM2 or the XM models in general, but still blocks out more sound, so keep that in mind. Yeah, so not bad. Now we're gonna go into YouTube and Netflix audio latency. So this is the video I would have had you guys watching, but I got blocked. So audio latency not existing in Skullcandy's. That's right. I didn't compare, but I just went over how amazing and great. Sound pretty good. So now I'm listening to these with the Sonys on, and they sound really loud compared to Skullcandy's because the volume levels are better. So check it out. Evo. That's right. I didn't compare, but I just went over how amazing and great the Sony W. So yeah, YouTube, no audio latency. In conclusion, which headphones are better? That's what you're here for, right? You want to know which headphones should you buy, the Sony WH-XB900Ns or the Skullcandy Crusher Evos, or you can have both, but some people don't roll like that. So if you want one or the other, which one is overall better? For the price point, the Sonys are back at $250. I think you can still find it on sale for $200. Skullcandy Evos are $200. And honestly, if you want to have a lot of fun with your music and don't mind cranking it up to 85% or 75% to get a decent volume to block out everybody else, get the Skullcandy Crusher Evos. It has less features, no noise canceling, no ambient sound. It does still activate a digital assistant with the home button or play button. But no features, man. No features. It has passive noise isolation, but that's about it. And the volume levels are kind of weak, but once you crank it, it gets going, man. That bass is crazy. I had a better reaction in my first video. I'm gonna keep ruminating about that because I made a really good video for you guys. It was entertaining, and it was a decent 25 minutes long, but at least it was somewhat entertaining. And I just got hit with that copyright, so I'm kind of a little petty about that. And I only had 10-second audio clips from like each song, so I don't know why or how other YouTubers can get away with it, but I get blocked. So if you guys have any tips about how I can handle that better, leave it below in the comments, please. But Sony or Skullcandy? If you want to have fun, like I said, Skullcandy. But if you want these features, such as, I didn't realize my mic was right there. It's blocking my view. So if you want nice flat neutral sound with some good bass, extra bass, Sonys. You get features like I've said in my other Sony video when I first reviewed them. Hand over the ear cup, bring out sound, bring out people's voices, cancel out music. You have ambient control or your Google Assistant on here, and you get lots of battery life, 30 hours I believe, but it does charge up to 7 hours to get full battery, which is kind of ridiculous. Skullcandies have rapid charging and they last longer because they don't have noise canceling. So 40 hours, 30 hours, slow charge, rapid charge, lots of sensory bass, fun with your music. flat sound with extra bass that's not overwhelming, because the sensory bass over here, have it on maybe 1/4 or half and you're good. You don't need to crank everything to 100%, which I don't know how other people do that without damaging their ears. I'm sure they're gonna have some kind of ear damage in the long run, but overall it depends what you want, man. If you like monitoring your audio and you do a lot of editing, Sony's. If you want to have fun and also monitor your audio and deal with the little hiss when it's plugged in, Skullcandy's. So that's gonna wrap it up for my video. Sorry it wasn't as fun, but it was in the original, so I mean, it is what it is. I'll try to not get copywritten so that way my original video, when I'm more enthusiastic, is uploaded and running. So that's it from me. If you like what you saw, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you can get notified from the next video, because I'm going to be talking about iOS 14, watchOS 7, and the new Apple products are coming out, because who doesn't want to hear about it? Who doesn't want to talk about it? And everybody's searching about it. So that's going to be the hot topic, and we're going to discuss that soon. So hit that bell icon so you can find out when I'm posted with my opinions and thoughts. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.